Okay, welcome everyone. Today's 5 tips before you start recording music inside of Logic Pro X are these. Number one, first you're gonna go into, let me start from here. I'm sorry. Before you start doing anything in Logic, when you first download Logic to your computer, you're gonna notice something different, and we're gonna see this. If you open up Logic and go to New, and click on just Empty Project for now, you get this window and you're like, wait, this doesn't look like Logic. This looks like GarageBand. What is this? Okay, well, actually, it is Logic, but it's the scaled down version, which looks similar to GarageBand. So if you're a GarageBand user, you should know this. Now, the difference between GarageBand and Logic is that you get advanced features in Logic. So that's tip number one. I'm going to show you how to access your advanced tools. This is how we get there. So you go ahead and cancel this out. Cancel this out. You go to Logic Pro X at the top left corner, and you click on Preferences, General, and you find Advanced. Click on Advanced Preferences. Click on Show All Advanced Tools. Now more tools show up. Enable them all. Enable all. Once you've done that, let's go back. Now we can open up a new project, and voila, there it is. Now we're inside Logic. Let's get to it. Okay, now let's see. Number 2 is customizing your toolbar. And the way you customize your toolbar is very simple. I'm sorry, let me go back in here. It's very simple. So you basically, this is the toolbar at the top, just so you know. You right click. There's 2 ways to access this. You can actually right click this area, or you can click this arrow and then go down to customize control bar. So let's just go there. Customize control bar. And now you have 4 different rows of buttons. And you're like, what is all this? Well, check it out. This is how this works. Views are on the far left and the far right. Transport is right here in the middle. LCD is this LCD section here, and modes and functions is this section here. We're not going to get into all of it today, but we will later. The reason why I brought this up is because you want to make sure you have the right transport buttons you want to use for making your music. So some people like to use the go to the right or go to the left and start from the beginning, all these different types of things. But when you know the shortcuts, which we will go over later, you won't really need all those buttons. Now, also, I like to have capture recording enabled. And there it is. That's how you add to your toolbar. Tip number 3 is actually download all available sounds. How do you download all the available sounds? You do it this way. You go back into Logic Pro X. You go to where it says sound library, and you go download all available sounds. As you can see, I've already done it. That's why it's not showing up for me. But once you've downloaded for the first time, that's what you must do. And I'm telling you now, you will be limited on sounds in your plugins if you do not download all available sounds. That is tip number 3. Now, tip number 4, which this is my favorite too, because when I was first time using this program, I was like, why is this always coming up with this track? I don't want it. Well, whenever you open up a new track or a new session, and I'm going to close this out and show you. Don't say open up new. It drops this drop down box. So when you click this drop down box, you can have a choice to pick your software instrument, your audio, drummer, external, guitar, bass, whatever. Well, here, this is the most important thing. This is where it says instrument. Whenever I click create, it brings up a default patch. I don't want that default patch. So what I want is an empty channel strip that I can add my own patch in or create my own strip. So what you do is basically you go back and start from the beginning, new, click on that and say empty channel strip. Once you've got that empty channel strip, it'll automatically save it and bring up an empty channel strip. There it is, empty. That's empty. Now, tip number 5, which is the last tip, is change your key and tempo for each song. This is so important because you can get so groovy into making the music that you forgot, wait a minute, am I in the right key? Or am I in the right tempo? People are like, why does it sound off? It's because you didn't change your tempo and your key. So in the LCD in the top middle, you want to change. You can actually hold, press on it and hold, and you can go up and down to change your tempo. Very simple. And then you can do the same thing. Just click on this, and you can actually change your key of your song. These are so. People say, well, you don't really need to do that. No, trust me, this is so important that you set these little small things up before you start recording any song, because it will pay off in the long run when it comes to added in sounds, samples, or whatever. This will be important. Trust me on this. So I'm hoping you guys like these tips. If you like these tips, please subscribe to the channel, and more tips will be coming to you. I will be doing more tutorials for you guys, and you will start seeing how to really use Logic and get more in depth with this program so you can explore your music that's been sitting inside of you to be released to the world. God bless. Talk to you later. See ya.